Hari tu seperti biasa, saya ada kelas di sebelah pagi. Sebenarnya dari awal pagi tu saya dah rasa tak selesa, tak sedap badan. Macam nak demam macam tu. Jadi sampai saja di rumah, saya tak sempat nak tukar pakaian pun. Saya terus terbaring di kaki katil masa tu. Dalam pada tu mungkin saya tak sedar agaknya. Saya tiba-tiba terasa badan saya tak boleh bergerak. Saya terasa seperti saya ditindih. Saya tidak boleh bercakap ataupun bergerak seinci pun. Benda tu menindih saya sampai saya rasa saya sesak nafas. Saya terdengar satu bisikan, suara lelaki yang garau. Dia mengatakan, "Jangan beritahu sesiapa." Saya berasa sangat-sangat takut. Ada kawan-kawan yang keluar, datanglah masuk bilik. Tanya saya kenapa tiba-tiba saya menangis macam tu kan. Saya tak dapat nak bercerita penuh tentang situasi itu kepada mereka masa tu sebab saya masih dalam ketakutan.
What she told me actually freaked me out a lot. Like something was actually pressing on top of her. That particular being that was actually haunting the house was a man.
Kami sentiasa dihantui perasaan seram, takut bila nak balik rumah dan sentiasa pastikan tidak berseorangan di rumah lah. Selepas kejadian itu berlaku, memandangkan saya berseorangan semasa itu, teman sebilik saya tiada di rumah masa itu, saya minta jasa baik Karen untuk temankan saya tidur malam tu.
I refused because knowing that particular being actually exists in her room, of course I don't want to go in. But because I also don't want anything to happen to her, and I was the only one who could keep her company that night. So I went into her room and I accompanied her that night. I woke up in the middle of the night and I turned over to the empty bed and there was a black figure. Somewhat it looks like a man lying down on the bed. The bed was actually empty. There wasn't anybody there on the bed. So what happened that night freaked me out even more. So only then I knew that that particular being that was actually haunting the house was a man.
Kami diberitahu bahawa ada senior yang pernah tinggal di rumah itu bermain spirit atau memuja syaitan ataupun hantu.
Unfortunately, our seniors who played that spirit board at that time did not return that spirit. So that spirit was left wandering in our house.
Kami percaya mungkin disebabkan itu, hantu ataupun syaitan itu masih lagi berlega-lega di dalam rumah tu.
What I did was I gathered all the housemates. We went out of the house and I told them, why not we talk to the spirit? Figure out a way to communicate with the spirit, to ask the spirit to stop. So one day after class, all 10 of us came back to the house. We knocked the door, we greeted. We stood around the living room area. We spoke to the spirit.
Kami dah balik ni. Kami datang sini nak belajar.
So we mentioned to him, we said, we are here to study. We bring you no harm. Please don't harm us. If not, we will call a medium to actually get rid of you from this house. After that particular talk with the spirit that we had that morning, my Muslim housemates, they gathered together, they said their prayers in the living room.
Dan kita renjiskan air itu di keliling dalam rumah dan juga di pintu rumah. Alhamdulillah lah, selepas kita buat bacaan Yasin dan pagar rumah semua tu, alhamdulillah kami tidak diganggu apa-apa lagi lah.
It will actually stop all these hauntings to happen in the house, to disturb us, to scare us. After that, we lived in the hostel for the rest of the semester, peacefully, only until a week before we moved out. It was at night. I was in the living room, over the phone, talking to my mom. Nadia was in her room, and there was another housemate behind me watching television. So as I was talking over the phone with my mom, I felt something walking past me. Heading towards Nadia's room, and there was a knock. Immediately, I know my heart was beating very fast. I'm like, oh no, it's happening again.
Dan pada ketika itu, saya berada di dalam bilik, sedang berbual melalui telefon. Tiba-tiba terdengar pintu bilik saya diketuk. Agak kuat dan saya buka pintu. Kita tengok semua berada duduk di tempat masing-masing dan mereka semua pandang saya. Masing-masing dengar tapi tak tahu siapa yang ketuk.
I think the reason why it showed up again was because maybe the spirit just wants to, say goodbye to us or something.
Kalau saya diberi pilihan, saya memilih untuk tidak akan tinggal lagi di rumah tu. Kerana perasaan takut tu masih ada dan tak ingin perkara tu berulang lagi.
I never wanted to go back to that apartment anymore ever again. The moment I get to move all my stuff out that day, that one fine day that I finally get to move out, that was the last time I would ever look at that place.
I was taking photographs here and there, and I came upon an abandoned group of buildings. I started to felt cold spots. I felt goosebumps. Hair started to stand. I have that feeling.
We were quite certain that it wasn't from us. It must be from somewhere else. But we do remember that the area was very quiet at that night.
We managed to take some photos of what it seems like two shadows appearing from the window. My name is Terence. I'm an engineer by profession. Main portfolio is in video wall equipment for command and control and digital signages. My ghost story begins in 2012, January, on a photography excursion in the Rifle Range Road. The old Rifle Range Road is actually an abandoned gun club. This gun club actually started in 1972, but it's been abandoned for the past 5-6 years. I believe the reason why we felt something paranormal going on is because the Bukit Timah area is the focal point where a lot of spirits pass by when they go on to their next destination. I was taking photographs here and there, and I came upon an abandoned group of buildings. So I went in there and discovered this is the old gun club at Old Rifle Range Road. So I decided to take some photos and review them later. Upon review, I discovered some photos that have some paranormal, but I'm not so sure what they are. And I actually took a photo of a hand in one of the doorways in one of the buildings. After a few days, I wanted to do an investigation. So I called my friend Michael, and both of us went down to do an investigation.
My name is Michael. My profession is a property agent. Terence actually called me up telling me that he saw something strange with the pictures that he took. This is a very good an interesting evidence which I find that, it's not easily explained and it's not normal.
During the daytime, it was not that creepy, even though it's run down. But at night, it's really creepy. You can feel that this abandoned place has some paranormal going on. There, we went straight to that doorway. And I and Michael took some photos of the area, and we decided to use one of the devices. EVP session stands for electronic voice phenomenon. So we decided to capture any sound, any voice that is not normal. We placed a mat and sat down in the area where we saw the hand in the doorway. So we went in and tried to find out anybody in the room. I started to feel cold spots. I felt goosebumps. My hair started to stand. I have that feeling. Then at the same time, suddenly Michael actually shouted that someone actually touched him.
I got a shock because I have not felt this before, so strong a touch, and it's quite chilling.
After a few days, I and Michael decided to go down again to look at the place. During the investigation, we managed to take some photos of what it seems like two shadows appearing from the window. So we're not so sure what those shadows are, but we felt that it's not normal. During the photo, it's clear that you can see the silhouette of two persons looking out of the window. It's like during the time when you off the room, and someone standing at the corner, and you can see there's a shadow of the person.
What we saw over the photographs can't be explained because of the dark, shadowy figure.
Then after that, we decided to review the voice recording. One clip that is quite unique is the sound of somebody signing, like.
We felt that this one is a real thing because none of us are sat down there. We were quite quiet. We were quite certain that it wasn't from us. It must be from somewhere else. But we do remember that the area was very quiet at that night.